Nathan hated walking beside his mother. Every morning, as he prepared for school, he hoped she would not insist on accompanying him. It wasn't because she was strict. It wasn't because she was poor. It was because she was blind. In the small village where they lived, everyone knew Mama Grace. With her worn-out walking stick and faded clothes, she carefully made her way through dusty roads every day, selling roasted groundnuts just to feed herself and her son. Many people respected her, but Nathan only saw embarrassment. As he grew older, he became painfully aware of how different his family was from everyone else. His classmates had parents who dressed well and attended school events proudly. His mother stumbled when she walked. She often held his arm for guidance, and every time she did, Nathan felt ashamed. One morning, as they approached the school gate, Nathan noticed several boys staring at them. They whispered among themselves and began laughing. "Look," one of them said. "Here comes Nathan and his blind mother." The others burst into laughter. Nathan felt his face burn with embarrassment. He quickly pulled his arm away from his mother. "Mama, you can go now," he said coldly. His mother smiled gently. "All right, my son, have a wonderful day." She turned carefully and tapped her walking stick against the ground as she walked away. But the laughter continued. From that day, Nathan became determined to avoid being seen with her. Whenever she came near the school, he disappeared. Whenever people mentioned her, he changed the subject. And whenever she tried to show him affection in public, he pushed her away. Still, Mama Grace never complained. Every morning she woke before sunrise. She roasted groundnuts over a charcoal fire. She packed them into small bags. Then she spent the entire day walking through markets and streets, selling them one by one. The work was exhausting. For someone who couldn't see, it was even harder. Yet she never stopped. Everything she earned went toward Nathan's education. Sometimes she skipped meals so he could have enough food. Sometimes she wore torn clothes so she could buy his school books. And every night, she prayed for him. "Lord, let my son have a better life than mine." But Nathan never noticed. As the years passed, he became even more distant. One afternoon, the school announced a Parents' Day celebration. Students were invited to bring their parents for a special ceremony. Nathan immediately felt nervous. He knew his mother would want to attend. When he got home, Mama Grace was smiling. "I heard about the celebration," she said. "I am very proud of you, Nathan. I would love to come." Nathan's stomach tightened. He imagined his classmates laughing. He imagined everyone staring. He imagined the embarrassment. "No," he said. His mother's smile faded. "What do you mean? I don't want you there." The old woman looked confused. "Why?" Nathan avoided her face. "Just don't come." For a moment, there was silence. Then she nodded slowly. "All right, my son." That night, Nathan heard her quietly crying in her room, but he ignored it. When Parents' Day arrived, Nathan attended alone. Many students came with their mothers and fathers. Teachers praised the importance of family. As Nathan sat among them, he felt strangely empty, yet he convinced himself he had made the right decision. Weeks passed, then months. One afternoon, something happened that would change everything. Mama Grace arrived unexpectedly at his school. She had brought lunch because Nathan had forgotten it at home. As she carefully made her way toward him, several students began staring. Soon, the laughter started. Nathan felt humiliated. His anger exploded. "Why did you come here?" he shouted. The schoolyard fell silent. His mother froze. "I just wanted to bring your lunch. I didn't ask you to come." The old woman looked hurt. "I was only trying to help. Stop following me everywhere." His voice echoed across the school compound. "You're embarrassing me." The students watched in silence. Mama Grace stood still for a few seconds. Then she lowered her head. "I'm sorry, my son." She turned around and slowly walked away. That evening, she barely spoke. And for the first time in his life, Nathan noticed how tired she looked. But he pushed the thought aside. 3 days later, Nathan returned home from school. The front door was open. Several neighbors stood outside. Their faces were grim. A terrible feeling settled in his chest. "What happened?" he asked. No one answered immediately. Finally, an elderly woman stepped forward. "Nathan," her voice trembled. "Your mother passed away this morning." The world seemed to stop. "What?" The words barely escaped his lips. No, but it was true. Mama Grace was gone. The woman who had spent her entire life loving him had left this world forever. The funeral took place the next day. Villagers came from far and wide. Many spoke about her kindness. Many spoke about her generosity. Many spoke about her sacrifices. Nathan listened in silence. For the first time, he realized how much everyone respected her. Yet he could not stop thinking about his final words to her. "You're embarrassing me." Those words echoed endlessly in his mind. Days after the funeral, Nathan entered his mother's room. The room felt empty. The silence was unbearable. As he sat on her bed, he noticed something beneath her pillow. It was an envelope. His name was written on it. With trembling hands, he opened it. Inside was a letter. "My dear Nathan, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer with you. Please do not cry for me. I have lived my life grateful for every moment I spent with you. You were the greatest blessing God ever gave me." Tears filled Nathan's eyes. He continued reading. "There is something I never told you, not because I wanted to hide it, but because I never wanted you to feel responsible." Nathan's heart began pounding. He read on. "When you were only 2 years old, our house caught fire in the middle of the night. The flame spread quickly. Everyone escaped except you. You were trapped inside." Nathan's hands shook. "I ran back into the burning house. I found you crying near your bed. Just as I reached you, part of the roof collapsed. The burning debris struck my face and eyes. I carried you out safely, but I never saw again." Nathan stared at the letter, his vision blurred with tears. No, it couldn't be true. He continued reading. "The doctors tried everything they could, but my sight was gone forever. People told me I should be angry. They said I had sacrificed too much, but they were wrong. Saving you was the easiest decision I ever made." Nathan collapsed onto the bed. His entire body shook. All those years he had been ashamed of her. All those years he had hidden from her. All those years he had treated her like a burden. And the reason she was blind was because she had saved his life. He continued reading through tears. "My son, if there is one thing I want you to remember, it is this. Never be ashamed of the people who love you. One day, you may realize their sacrifices. Too late. I have never been angry with you. I have always loved you. And if I had to choose again, I would still save you." Nathan cried harder than he ever had before. The letter slipped from his hands. For the first time, he truly understood the depth of his mother's love. A love so powerful that it willingly entered a burning house. A love so pure that it expected nothing in return. A love he had rejected. Months passed, but Nathan never forgot the letter. Instead of allowing guilt to destroy him, he decided to honor his mother's memory. He studied harder than ever. He worked tirelessly. Years later, he graduated with honors. Then he dedicated his life to helping children from poor families receive an education. Eventually, he built a school in the village. Above the entrance was a simple sign, Mama Grace Memorial School. When villagers asked why he chose that name, Nathan would smile and tell them, "Because the greatest hero I ever knew could not see the world, but she showed me how to see what truly matters." And every year, on the anniversary of her passing, he visited her grave. He would place fresh flowers beside it. Then he would read the letter one more time, not because he needed to remember, but because he never wanted to forget. The woman who lost her sight, so her son could have a future. The woman he once called an embarrassment. The woman who loved him until her final breath. His mother, his hero. And though she was gone, her sacrifice continued to light his path for the rest of his life.